Good Monday evening, Southeast Texas. Welcome to 12 News Plus. We're going to spend the next 15 minutes taking an in-depth look at your forecast, showing you what we think is going to happen over the next 7 days, looking at some alto stratus over in Lake Charles. This is part of the Roofing 911 Skycam network. So scattered evening showers and thunderstorms. We'll show you why that happened today. And meteorologist Carrie Cooper did an excellent job yesterday in forecasting for today, I might add. Otherwise, a slight chance coming in on Tuesday with about a 20% coverage, lower chances on Wednesday because of high pressure. Then the high weekends, and it looks like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, number of features will come together to give us higher chances during that time frame before rain chances start going down, we think. On your allergy report, moderate levels of weed pollen and mold being measured today. Otherwise, grass pollen is down compared to what we saw late last week. As far as temperatures, afternoon high temperatures, no records expected the next 7 days. Highs will be generally in the low to mid 90s here in Beaumont. Looks like about 94 on Wednesday, a little bit hotter because of high pressure temporarily nosing into the area. Notice the high temperatures coming down Friday, Saturday, and even into Sunday as those rain chances come up a bit. Now, at this far juncture, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we'll go with a 40% coverage. Those numbers may have to be elevated based on what we see with continuing runs of model data. As we get closer to Thursday, we may have to go higher. Otherwise, maybe a little lower chances by Sunday and Monday. But every day, pretty much, except for Wednesday, has a chance of showers and thunderstorms in the forecast. The wet summer just continues across the area. And that's basically telling you that we don't have high pressure around over the area. Otherwise, we'll go with a 20% coverage here in the triangle. High of about 93 under partly cloudy to partly sunny skies. And as you can see, modeling pretty much agrees with us. Otherwise, it's a little bit hotter than I'm feeling comfortable with. Modeling tends to be a little bit overdone on temperatures here locally. Otherwise, we'll go 94 in the lakes area, no rain there. You have northeast winds all day, so I'm going to be finding it really interesting to see how we're going to see shower and thunderstorm activity up in the lakes area tomorrow afternoon. I bet you it doesn't happen. And I don't think it's hot enough up in the lakes area. So we'll go with lower 70s, that's good in the morning, but the afternoon, we think mid 90s are quite possible with a little drier air filtering on in across our area. All right, let's review what happened. We had a complex of showers and storms that moved down from North Texas and basically affected, let's see, Waller County, Conroe, Huntsville, and Houston earlier today, missing Southeast Texas. And that set up a line, a rain-cooled boundary. And that rain-cooled boundary is where those showers and storms developed. Then we also had a stalled front across our area. And look at how the showers and storms developed along it. So we had two boundaries that helped to produce shower and thunderstorm activity. We had northeasterly winds behind this weak stalled front. And that's again, not the case in the triangle. So they were more subtly here. So that stalled front, those two wind directions are what we call convergence. So those winds coming together, when the winds come together from different directions, the air can't go down, so it has to rise. And that's what happened. The rising right over Hardin and also Orange County produced those showers and storms across our area this afternoon with daytime heating and a series of upper level disturbances that moved down from the north. So fairly active day across Southeast Texas. And look at there's the stalled front, and it was the boundary that produced those showers and thunderstorms. Now we've just got a lot of cloudiness as this shower and thunderstorm activity continues to weaken. But again, the boundaries, daytime heating, lots of moisture, and even an upper level disturbance coming down from the north all help to produce the scattered shower and thunderstorm activity across our area. So a little closer inspection shows this is just light to moderate rainfall. This is great for your yards and your gardens extending from, say, Ivanhoe back just southwest of Warren, down 90 or 69 over towards just south of Honey Island, and also around Kuntz, back over to Lumberton, maybe close to Evadale. And the heaviest rain back over towards Saratoga, on 105 back over to Sour Lake. Scattered showers and thunder showers a little stronger over towards Orange County, between BC, maybe over towards Port Arthur and Orange, trying to move off towards the west or southwest. Again, most of this activity will wind down over the next hour or so across southeast Texas. As far as rainfall amounts, a lot of 1-inch totals being recorded today, but it's back over towards Saratoga that picked up right around 2 inches, as you can see right there, right in that little yellow spot. Right around 2 inches fell over towards Saratoga. So less than that in Beaumont, 1 to 1.5 to 2 in spots, but the heaviest rain over towards Saratoga, western Hardin County, and southwestern Tyler County, and a little sliver from Lumberton, North Beaumont, back over to maybe close to Port Neches. Otherwise, things are winding down across the area. As we take a larger picture, and again, the flow in the upper levels is out of the north. So any disturbances are being directed on into our area. We're along the ring of fire, if you will, because high pressure is off towards our west. And again, those disturbances interacting with daytime heating, obviously plentiful moisture in the stalled front, all working to produce those scattered showers and thunderstorms across the area. So again, like I said, we're at 6:36 right now. We should see this winding down by 8 p.m., if not sooner, because of the extensive cloud cover. Otherwise, it looks like a fairly quiet night. Tomorrow, with that drier air filtering on in because of the northeast winds, we're not going to go with any rain up in the lakes area. I think you'll see highs 93 to 94 with lots of sun coming up tomorrow afternoon. And in the triangle, there'll be just enough to warrant maybe a 20% coverage. Highs should be in the lower 90s, as we'll see partly cloudy skies across the area. Otherwise, as we take a look at some of the features we like to track, we track moisture. Why are we doing that? It's not what I wanted. Let's try this again. We track moisture disturbances and upper level patterns. So there's my pencil. Okay. This is an upper level disturbance in red. This is an upper level disturbance in red. You can see those upper level disturbances. That's one thing that we track because they cause lift. Then you see all this yellow and green. That is moisture. We've got a trough of low pressure in the Gulf and a ridge of high pressure off towards our north and west. And the flow around it goes like that. So any of these red disturbances are going to be moved on into our area. And that, combined with plentiful moisture, no cap, daytime heating, and a stalled front across our area, help produce that scattered shower and thunderstorm activity we saw this afternoon across southeast Texas. Tomorrow, it looks like drier air aloft and slowly building high pressure will limit shower and thunderstorm activity coming up tomorrow. 20, maybe a 30% coverage in the triangle, and very little, if anything, in the lakes area, because we think that we will see drier air from the north and the northeast over the lakes area tomorrow, keeping shower and thunderstorm activity at bay. Then, as we head towards Wednesday, look at the outer edge of that high. It gets a lot closer to southeast Texas, so rain chances will probably go to near zero. Then the high weakens, see that? And we're out on the outer edge. So any of these little disturbances, like this one here, coming in from the north on Thursday, would probably help to produce scattered showers and thunderstorms on Thursday, and again on Friday, and again on Saturday. Then as we work on into Monday and Tuesday, the flow becomes more southeasterly, both at the surface and mid-levels of the atmosphere. Sea breeze shower and thunderstorm activity. So instead of activity forming over us or coming in from the north like it's done the last several days, it'll be coming off the Gulf like what we normally see this time of year. That'll be the case coming up Sunday and Monday. So scattered 30, maybe 40% coverage because of the sea breeze, which develops generally along Highway 73 and then moves to the north. So that's a little different direction than what we've been seeing because of the upper level disturbances coming in from the north. So right now in the tropics, Hurricane Center is watching 3 areas. This first one is, I don't think, much of a concern for us. It's a low chance. We may see something trying to develop off the southeast coast, but I think it's going to do something like this if it does develop. Okay, so I think we're pretty good with that system. Obviously, Dexter is outbound, so obviously it's not going to be an issue for our area. This area in the far eastern Atlantic is going to do something like this. Could be a fish storm, but it's going to recurve. That's what ensemble modeling shows. The one behind it, though, could be interesting as we head around the 19th. It's going to be very interesting, not this one, but the one after that, to see if it can survive across the Atlantic and head towards the Bahamas. That's way down the road towards the 19th, but something to watch. So basically what I'm saying is that this is no. I think we're good with this one. Obviously, Dexter is not an issue, and this one is not going to be an issue. So I think for the next 7 days, our little part of the world, the Gulf, should be fine over the next 7 days. After, say, the 18th, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Modeling, ensemble modeling, certainly starts showing some possible activity approaching at least the southwestern Atlantic. Let's leave it at that. On the Gulf tomorrow, looking at mostly smooth seas around a foot tomorrow. We'll have very light winds, north and southeast at, well, 5 knots. Water temperature 92 degrees. One high tide tomorrow at about 4 a.m. So our forecast for tonight calls for just a 20% coverage up in the lakes area, then turning partly cloudy. Inland southeast Texas, you saw radar. It's a 50% coverage of evening showers now. Had some storms in there. And we'll go with a 30 to 40% coverage through about 8, 9 o'clock this evening here in the Triangle, as temperatures will likely get close to 70 up into Newton and Burkeville, lower 70s over towards Woodville and Spurger. Inland southeast Texas is probably seeing the best rain coverages with about a 50% coverage. I think you'll drop into the mid 70s, and in the Triangle, the mid to upper 70s across the area as winds go calm. Then for tomorrow, we're looking at about a 20% coverage for the Triangle. I don't think we'll see anything up in the lakes area. Heat indices will likely be, well, high temperatures. That's supposed to be the high temperatures at around 90. Coolest I went was 92 to 94, and heat index should be 98 to 100. Apologies there. Otherwise, the UV index will be 9.3, and we're going to see either northeast winds like up in the lakes area or south winds here in the Triangle because of that stalled front at around 2 to 5 miles an hour. So tomorrow, partly cloudy, maybe even mostly sunny up in the lakes area. I don't expect any rain, so we can take that off. Maybe a 10% coverage inland southeast Texas, and just a 20% coverage here in the Triangle with partly cloudy to partly sunny skies. South winds here in the Triangle, northeast winds up in the lakes area, and again, I expect highs around 93 to 94 up in the lakes, about 93 inland southeast Texas, and